Hello, everybody in the Final Fantasy XIV community. This is Len here, and today I want to tell you about my tea drama that just happened recently today as I reacted to this comment right here. So you guys go pause and read that comment, but I'm gonna go ahead and add a story onto it. So as I come into this PA Fresh party, I'm over here trying to test out Reaper more to see what I can optimize, what I can do, right? And I'm basically just having a blast. I'm having a great time. Even though this is like a super early pull and people were dying already, as you can see, the dance has a weakness, tank have a weakness, and then everything was just not going well, right? We may as well just restart because it was a bad early pull, and the tank apologized for it. Basically, we don't count that one, and we say, look, all good, right? So, but technically in prod parties, I don't say anything, right? I don't say anything that much. So on the real first pull, right, we got to BJCC. Most of the time, when we get to BJCC, I just mind my business, right? Until I see the dancer that stood by the water for the longest and get tethered and got killed. And so we end up losing Nisi, so we have to wipe. And then the next pull, right out of enumeration, as I was in there mind my business, doing my rotation, paying attention to my gauge to see what I can do to optimize more a little bit on Reaper. I see somebody's not in the water stack, and both players end up dying on the B marker. So the dancer was not in the water stack. And then here, the red mage killed the ninja, but in my opinion, the ninja should have been a little bit more faster, but it's okay. We keep going because it's not a wipe yet. So as we got to BJCC third pass and got finished with that, right? As I was sitting here to DPS with me and Ninja just having a good time, just being melees, right? As I was in the DPS thing, we lost the tank automatically. I'm like, what? Huh? And of course, the ninja I was kind of confused, why a warrior is off tank. I mean, I either way, I pay attention to who's main tank and who's off tank. But the thing is, it wasn't a ninja fault. It wasn't a ninja complaining. It just ninja getting confused. But yeah, the warrior died from lack of healing. So the next pool, we end up going to BJCC again, and this time the dancer decided to wipe us again. Yep, we wiped. Of course. Yep, we died. Next pool. So next pool, after we're done with the third pass again, right? We got to the water stack, of course, again, me and Ninja having a great time being melees, right? Just mid-maxing everything, max melee, everything, pin out positionals, and then the tank dies from autos again. So this tank dies from autos twice in a row. Twice. And I didn't mind. I didn't care because I didn't even say anything in a party chat yet, right? And then that's why I'm like, you know what? Curiosity is killing me. I asked a question. I said autos? Question mark? And then that's why he's like, yep. I'm like, oh, because I wasn't paying attention. I was in my hot bar, bro. But anyway, the dancer jumped out instantly and left the party. I'm like, what? Why? Why they left the instance? Why? I'm like, I don't know why they leave. They mess up the most, right? So that's just me being honest because it's like nobody said anything, and then I said something, and it's like, oh, I'm just gonna leave, and I'm like, what? So the party leader, as I was saying, sorry about that. Our fizz range was flexing. I'm like, okay, and they're flexing. Why? Like, tell them to stick to one class until they clear, and that's when they said flexing. Someone said flexing is tough because you can't be flexing if you haven't got clear yet. And knowing me, I'm blind, so I don't know if this dancer actually got clear or not. And that's why I told them, look, clear, then do the others. And then that's where they say they have cleared. And I'm like, oh, they have cleared, then if they have cleared, and they say they clear as a melee, I'm like, oh, okay, well, today's not their day then. So, as I was about to dip out the party, and I said GG's, right? I said, not yours either. And that's when I'm questioning, and they say, certainly not. I'm like, what? What are you two talking about? Who are they talking to? I put my face there, and I was like, nah, curiosity is killing me. I was like, what do you mean by that? I'm like, what do you mean? What do you mean? Nah, I was like, explain. I did zero mistakes, right? Because the dancer had a bad day. The dancer had a bad day. I understand that. So I said, I did zero mistakes. What are you talking about? So they said, pretty sure it's the attitude that's the problem, my dude. I'm like, what attitude? What? I was like, no, I don't have an attitude. It's just me being honest, right? I'm just being honest. Like, if the dancer have a bad day, the dancer have a bad day. It's okay. Like, you act like dancer not having a bad day. It's supposed to be because it's like what I don't know. I don't know what type of criteria you guys are following, but like the dancer just have a bad day. It's okay, right? And that's when the healer want to jump in and be like, no one asked though. And I'm like, that's your opinion. No one asked, but that's your opinion. I'm just over here stating the facts, right? And then they say, so you can leave now, yeah? I'm like, heal the tank, and maybe you will see what I'm talking about, right? And they say being honest and being inflammatory are different. I'm like, what? First of all, you don't know what honesty is really is when it actually hits you in the damn fucking face. You in ultimate, you're gonna get criticized based on what you do wrong, right? To somebody else. But in a sense, the dancer was in the wrong. I'm just stating the facts, right? So that's when I said that's what they said, play something better than Reaper. I'm like, I do, but you didn't do your job. Honestly, I hate Party Finder.